Right, so should we do it?
I thought we were doing it.
I mean, I guess we'll start with...
I thought we were in it.
This movie called Mission Impossible 1.
Yep.
It didn't have a 1 in the title. I'm just throwing the 1 in there.
Mission Impossible.
From 1996. That blows my friggin' mind.
I like that number there. I thought that was kind of interesting.
The 62%
yeah,
Rotten Tomatoes
retroactively, of course.
Yes. Yep. I can't believe it's 22 years already since the first Mission Impossible.
It's already been what?
That's crazy.
Isn't it been 10 years? It's 10 years since The Dark Knight. In August.
Yeah.
It'll be 10 years since Dark Knight.
Yeah.
They're re-releasing it on IMAX. And I gotta tell you, it'd be great to see that in IMAX.
Mm-hmm. Take a drive. Mm-hmm. So, Mission Impossible 1. You want to kick it off? Or you want me to kick it off?
I'll kick it off. I'll kick it off because
kick it.
When this movie came out, I wasn't a huge Tom Cruise fan. I remember trying to watch this with you, and falling asleep, and it was the same thing I did with Jerry Maguire.
Yep.
In fact, at that point, the only Tom Cruise movie that I remembered that I particularly liked was Interview with the Vampire.
Okay.
Okay, that's a really good movie. That's a really good vampire movie too. You know, but yeah, for whatever reason, I just I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it or whatever.
This was kind of the kickoff to like his action movies, right? Like he didn't do a ton of action before this.
No, he did
a lot of comedy and drama and whatnot.
He didn't really do comedy.
Well, I mean,
you know, like he would do
dramedies then. You know, like
Rain Man and stuff like that.
Rain Man, Cocktail.
Yeah,
Risky Business.
Yep.
That kind of stuff.
That's right. You know, Legend.
Legend. I love Legend.
I gotta rewatch that.
Legend is
I forgot to bring the book too. I finished it.
You finished it?
Oh yeah.
Well, that was a quick read.
Yeah. Jurassic Park, the book, not as good as the movie. The Lost World book, better than the movie.
Oh, okay.
Instantly better.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yep. Okay, so that's where I was at with the Mission Impossible. Yeah. So for a while there, when Mission Impossible 2 came out, I was shooting my pants over Mission Impossible 2, and it took years later, I guess once I matured, to rewatch Mission Impossible 1 and look at it and go, like, this is actually a really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not as dated as I thought it would be. You know, like, some of the tech, yes, naturally some of the tech is dated. But for the most part, not too bad. Even just, it's funny, because, like, one of the things that is very similar to the Bourne movies is the spy that is framed so that his own organization is out to get him type of thing. So they have that aspect in there. So that's pretty by the numbers, but there was a lot of really cool scenes in this movie. And just the way he played the character, too. Like, he was really cool in this character. I thought he was cooler in this movie than he was in the second one. And we'll go into that. But,
we will.
Yeah. And anytime you get to see Jean Reno in a movie.
Yeah.
You know, like, for a guy, like, for us, like, we grew up loving The Professional. Not Leon the Professional. But the professional. Okay?
Before it was Leon before The Professional, but we knew it only as Professional.
Yeah, when we watched it, it was The Professional.
Because this came out, 2 years after Professional? I think Professional was 94, I believe.
And we watched that right at it on home video, I remember.
Yeah, there was that whole stretch there when, like, I saw him and I was pumped, because, like, 2 years after this, he did the Godzilla, 98 Godzilla.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, every couple of years, we were like, yeah!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, you know, John Voight is in this movie, and he's actually playing the original character from the series, from the actual TV show.
Oh, interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah, and even just the opening sequence where, like, they kill everybody off was really cool. Because
that always surprised me.
That was a huge surprise, because they actually had some fairly big names in there.
Yeah.
You know?
Emilio Estevez was in it.
Yeah, exactly.
He dies within the first 5 minutes.
Yep.
He wasn't a cameo. He was in multiple scenes.
That's right.
At that beginning.
That's exactly
it. He's totally uncredited. Which always blew my mind, because, like, you're watching the opening credits, and you're like, oh, yeah, and then Emilio, you're like, Emilio! And
yeah,
you're like,
exactly.
Watch the end credits, he's not even in the end credits?
It's like, I don't,
Emilio must have pissed off Tom.
Okay, so, like, for me, like, I'll go into a little bit, here's the funny part, though, because I mentioned that John Voight was the original one.
Yep.
Fans of the original TV show shat on this movie because he did the heel turn. You know?
Okay.
And I was like, okay, like I get that. That's fine. But Ethan Hunt, I felt they did a really good job of immediately making Ethan Hunt smart. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Physically capable. And you knew he was a good guy. Like he was a good guy. You know what I mean? And they put him in this scenario where he has to get the knock list, right? Which is the list of all the undercover agents out in the field.
Yep.
Okay? So the bad guys get this. That's going to kill a lot of people. Okay? And the whole point is to get the knock list to rustle out the mole and prove that he's not actually the mole, right? So it is a pretty by-the-numbers spy movie, but they did some really cool stuff with, like, one of the things I like is that, and for the movie as a whole, all of them, is that it's not just the one guy in the field.
Yeah.
It's, he's got the guy in the chair, but he's also got the hacker. He's also got, there's a group behind him. There's at least 2 or 3 people that are always working with him. He's just the point man that's going in behind the lines, which is really cool, and it makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Instead of having the one lone wolf guy. As much as I love Jason Bourne, I do get the sense that... Actually, no, I don't get the sense that Bourne would have, a team behind him because of the way they created the character.
Yeah, well...
But James Bond would be more...
Bond would have a team.
He would have a team that's, in his ear the whole time.
Yeah. And
not just, but an actual team of people. Right? And not whenever he chooses to.
Yeah.
But either way, well, like I said, the opening sequence I really, really liked because they do a good job of killing off everybody. While I like that they don't really make you think that Ethan had anything to do with it, but they still tease who did it though, and he's trying to find out who did it. The scene in Langley.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a classic scene. We'll see that scene, that spot where he's out, spread out, he's catching the drop of sweat. We'll see that scene probably for the next forever. We'll die, that scene will still be playing, right? Because that's a really cool scene. It's a very intense scene. I don't know. I mean, what do you got to say?
What to me, it feels like a product of its time now. It feels older now.
Yes, actually,
especially when you compare it to the other 4, soon to be 5 films. Okay, so I wrote number 1. Tom looks really young in this.
Yes,
even comparing it to Mission Impossible 2, he
does look really young, but it is a testament to how well he's aged, though.
Right?
Because I actually just I watched a bit of Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, the sequel.
Yeah, it's got Never in the title.
Yeah, and he's older. But it's not whoa.
No.
Geez, buddy.
No.
Maybe Scientology, there's something to this. If that's how you're going to age, maybe I might look into that. I'm not, but whatever.
And then, number 2 is the technology used. Because obviously, they're popping on floppy disks, they're talking on payphones. It's a product of its era.
You're right. And even the clothes they wear, there's not a timeless aspect to it.
Yeah.
And I'll use Bourne again. Bourne is very timeless in the sense that, he's wearing, a t-shirt.
T-shirt and jeans. That stuff's always going to be around, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas this is a little bit more fashionable. So it does date it. You're right. And that was one of the things that, when you rewatch it, you kind of go, oh, yeah, that's right. It's right. Special effects were crazy good.
Special effects, that was actually my next thing here. The makeup effects are amazing in this. Right away when I started rewatching it the other night, and he's in that opening scene as that old dude.
Yeah.
I was just that's some damn good makeup.
Exactly. You're it shouldn't look that good for that time.
So then I found out that Rob Bowden is the guy that did it, and this is the guy that did The Thing and RoboCop and Total Recall. And,
all right. So he's
knew his
the
shit.
Money that they paid
Guy knew
him,
his
right?
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really funny because for me, and I still really like this movie, but I find that the ending towards the end of the movie is where it falls apart a bit for me.
It does.
It
does. It kind of it speeds up. It gets to the conclusion real quick.
Yeah, they start trying to the movie is kind of a slow jog, right? And then right at the end, it's just sprint.
Boom, sprint.
Boom. And before I forget though, I like the part where he's talking with John Voight, and I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he's hearing John Voight talk about the other guy's deaths and stuff like that, and talking about how how he was
Right,
he
right.
fell off the cliff and stuff.
And then you see the other vision.
You see all the way they all died.
Yeah.
You see that John Renault was actually working with him. You see him like faking his own thing, like he's looking up because of the cameras and the Google Glass.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
And you know that Ethan Hunt has figured it out. He knows that he's the guy. He's the mole, but he doesn't give it up. You know, he makes it seem like they're still buddy-buddy, and he doesn't know anything. And I thought that was really cool, because almost immediately, movies like that tend to go like, it was you all along.
Yeah.
You know, instead he was just trying to thread it to see where this will go and if he can get the knock list. All right. But then when they do the twist with his wife being part of it,
he pulls out the mask, and
then I was like, oh, see, like even the first time I watched it, I remember just being like, oh, this is really cool. He's not letting him know that he knows, but then you still get that, like, oh, you're part of this too? So that was really cool.
Yeah, I enjoy that part. I enjoy this more than I used to, though it's probably still on the lower end of Mission Impossibles for me.
It is now.
Especially when you look at the new trilogy, and we'll get into that next episode, but the new trilogy is damn good.
Yeah.
Damn
like,
good.
For me, if the weakest movie is Ghost Protocol, that's not a bad thing.
No, like the first trilogy, each movie is so different. They don't really complement each other like the last three, right?
No. And like I actually was thinking about this when I watched the third one. It's almost as if you shifted. If the third one was the sequel, that's a better compliment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sure, there's too much time in between to actually make it work, right? But that's a better compliment, because character-wise, they seem a lot closer than they do from 1 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But I realized that to get to 3 and then the new trilogy, you have to have number 2.
Yeah.
You know.
Gotta have number 2.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about number 2 in a minute, but
I mean, that helicopter scene on the
helicopter scene
on the train.
That is a great scene.
That is incredibly cool.
And that actually has aged quite well.
That has aged really well.
I've seen some movies from the 90s where you're like, whew.
Yeah.
That don't look good anymore.
Exactly.
That does not look good anymore. Like Mortal Kombat being one of them. And Spawn, which came out a year after this.
To be fair, Mortal Kombat didn't look that good to begin with.
Mm-mm.
When they were just like in the actual costumes.
Yeah.
You know, and they were using like animatronics or whatever, not bad. But CGI Goro, terrible.
Goro was, he was makeup, wasn't he? I thought he was a big puppet.
I thought the actual movement parts.
Reptile was all CG. He looked bad.
Ugh.
Bad. I mean, that was a movie that I should have just kept in my childhood.
Which is sad, though.
I made the awful mistake of
I'm super glad because I've seen enough.
Don't rewatch it. Don't rewatch it.
I'm not
leave that memory in your childhood going, like even Spawn, leave that in your childhood.
Oh, no, I've already broken that rule.
You broke that rule?
I watched it.
Okay, see, I broke the rule both. I was just like...
You know, like
it's
I'll say this really quick about Spawn. It's the Malbolgia ending.
Yeah.
That is just really bad. You have to have the ending with Malbolgia. You have to. But you can't, to do it like that, it's just so fucking bad. Although, I do have high hopes for Jamie Foxx.
Yeah? How about Jeremy Renner as Twitch?
What is it that you said? Couldn't we get anyone else? Like, there's other people out there?
I mean, I look at Sam and Twitch, and right away I'm like, John Goodman and William H. Macy.
Yeah, I agree.
I look at them, I'm just like...
Visually, I'm not sure
why
they went with Renner.
Not hard to
unless
cast.
Renner loses a bunch of weight.
Pulls a Christian Bale.
Yeah, like, unless he
Just
pulls a
drops.
Christian Bale. But even then, it's just like, I want it to be, like, contrarian to you.
Yeah.
But I feel the same way. It's just like, other people are acting... You can get a guy that looks better, closer to this than you can Renner.
But I mean, I don't know. McFarlane's directing, he's got an idea, I guess.
It might even just be like a star power thing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's got to be. They don't have a budget, so they need something.
Because they didn't necessarily need to go with Jamie Foxx either.
I mean, Jamie Foxx and Jeremy Renner are, like, guaranteed to bring in money.
They could have went with, was it Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, could have. He's the hot shit at the moment.
Can you blame them?
No, I mean, he's a great actor.
He was really good as Killjoy? No, Killmonger.
Killmonger.
That's right.
It's like Killjoy, Killgrave? No.
Killgrave, definitely not Killgrave.
A lot of kills.
Definitely not Killgrave.
A lot of kills in the Marvel Universe.
But yeah, so, Yeah, you're right. Like that part, a lot of the shit actually really holds up. It's just the minor things that dates movies.
Yeah,
like the phones and the cell phones. And
exactly.
Stuff like that. Even some of the one of the things that I do like about this movie though is that the tech isn't too far removed.
No.
The face masks, like the face technology, is the only thing that's really like, yeah, okay, guys, you know. But then again, this isn't a movie, so you could do it anywhere.
You could do it,
right?
I mean,
So it's
Bond can like freaking shoot lasers from space, right?
Yeah, that's true. Just had to die another day, didn't you?
Just had to die another day.
Couldn't wait for tomorrow because tomorrow never dies.
Now, how do we go? The world's not enough.
It's not that hard.
GoldenEye.
Is the world enough? No, it is not.
No.
The world is not enough.
Because
I have a golden eye.
Oh. That deserves one of those. One of those. I don't know what a golden eye is. I don't want to ask. Nope.
It's better than gold member.
No. But speaking of the train scene.
Yeah, snuck that one in there. I waited for it. I was like, I know you heard this.
Speaking of the train scene.
And then you just picture gold member.
Gold member.
Shit.
Damn it.
God damn, that motherfucker got me. Okay, alright, speaking of that train scene.
The movie's surprisingly graphic at times.
Yeah.
Like when Emilio gets his head.
Yeah.
Freaking, it briefly shows it. Like it shows it. And then you cut to the end with the helicopter. Mm-hmm. Jean Reno, they show him burning in flames. Yeah. They show John Voight's face smacking those tracks.
I know.
Like I was just like, whoa, they're really showing this.
It's like Speed at the very end of the movie where he lifts up Hopper's head.
Right.
And they actually show the mannequin's head getting knocked off. And you're just like, Jesus.
Yeah. Surprising, but then that had an R rating. This coming with a PG-13.
Yeah. Was it 14A at the time?
I don't think the Canadian rating actually existed yet back then.
Okay.
I think that was like
either
90,
way.
99,
you're right. Like it is a graphic movie.
Yeah, that really surprised me the other night. I was just like, holy shit! Like Emilio's face went into that spike. Yeah. Clear as day.
I mean, okay, so like I was kind of scoffing at the 62%, but you know what? Like, the more I think about it, the more we talk about it. It's like I said right at the beginning. The story itself isn't anything dramatic. It is a fairly paint by numbers spy movie.
It is.
You know, and that was one of the one with few knocks that as I was rewatching, I was like, yeah, but it is pretty paint by the numbers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It really is.
And they even do that. They try to do the fake out with the other head honcho, the head of the IMF.
Yes.
He's trying to hunt down Ethan Hunt, and then they try to do the fake out where they go, it's actually him, right? You know, and even though that's during the scene where Ethan is actually figuring out that it's his old mentor, they still try to throw that fake out. I was like, you had this great scene where you could have had to just leave it as Ethan knows, and he's just gonna play it close to his chest, and then they try to do the red herring, if you will. Yeah. But still, ridiculously good movie.
Good movie.
Yep.
I don't think I got much more. Oh, Ethan's parents being mentioned numerous times. I thought that was interesting because I didn't remember that. Yeah. They talk about how they had a family farm and everything. And they get set up and everything. Later on in the third movie, he briefly mentions to his wife that they passed away or something like that. Yeah, exactly. I would still love to see a little more of that touched upon, though. Like, I would love to see, like, him at this family farm or something. Just, like, they talked about it so much in the first movie. Maybe that's how they end his story. If they end his story. Him with Julia at the farm or something. Like if they end it that way, that would be a good way to end it. Because you're right. Like, I mean, I actually kind of thought it was kind of neat. Mm-hmm. You know, because you take it for granted that, like, Bond is an orphan. Yeah. You know, and even though they never really mention, I don't think they've ever mentioned it up until Skyfall. I don't think so. You know, because like they mention frequently that he had parents, right? Yeah. But you never think of it as in terms of that they died really young, and then I mean, you know, everyone has parents, you know, right? You know, but like Bourne is another one where they don't really mention his dad at all until Jason Bourne, and then you're like I perked up. And then almost immediately I was like, oh, okay. Jason Bourne. Like, I mean, I liked the idea of his dad being the guy that created the Treadstone protocol, I guess if you want to call it that. And like I said in our previous Camcast, I just don't like how they went, not only
was he killed to get Bourne to do this, but he was also killed by the acid. You're like, you didn't need it.
I didn't like that at all.
It was unnecessary.
Totally unnecessary.
You know, that's like 2 knots for
everyone
the same
has
thing.
to be connected.
Yeah, but
why?
It's like, well, I don't want to repeat myself
I don't know.
too much.
We went into that.
But anyway, so
we're on another agent now.
Maybe it's maybe that's a fitting way to end it because they make it look like he's gonna die. He has to die in order for the series to go on, but I don't think so.
I mean, they were always teasing Jeremy Renner's going to take over, but now he's not in Fallout, so
yeah,
I guess that's not happening.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought,
which is weird because like his character got a progression from Protocol to Rogue Nations.
Huge progression.
You know?
And then Hawkeye got replaced with Superman.
Which, I mean, not a bad... That's actually a really good trade-off.
Mustachioed Superman.
One of the reviews that I thought was really, really cool, because I remember just watching it in the trailer. I thought it was really, like, just looked so cool where they're in the fight scene in the bathroom, and he's just like... Yeah. And it gets right back in there. One of the lines is, he literally reloads his arms like a shotgun. I was like, that's exactly what he does. Now I just picture like, I was like, fuck, that's awesome.
That's so awesome.
I know. Now you see that movie or that trailer and you'll go, shotgun arms.
When we watch the movie, we'll be like,
that's right. It's just like that was such a great way to put it. And I was like, oh my God, that's awesome.
I love that.
But, okay, so overall, I would say 62%. Like, I would put it, if we're talking like the new trilogy, we'll say my order.
I mean, we'll say the order, I guess, for the end of our next part, right? We'll do all 6.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. But
I mean, so yeah, that was Mission Impossible. I think I'm safe to go in Mission Impossible 2. How about you? Yeah? Yeah? Mm-hmm. All right.